Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over my PlayStation 1 collection, and I thought it was appropriate due to the PlayStation kick I've been on with the Let's Play videos I've been uploading as of late. Just to kind of give a little bit of a background, the games that I have here are just about my entire collection. I don't have a whole lot, which ironically enough, PlayStation was one of the first consoles that I had growing up as a kid, but my other consoles are much bigger in terms of the library. However, that said, not all my games are complete, so I will show you a disc case that I have of the ones that aren't when we get to that. But I'll just do what I did in the previous videos, where I will just go through each game briefly, tell you how I got it, when I got it, if I can even remember, a little bit of a backstory, and we'll just do what we did in the other one. So we'll just get a little bit of a handful here, and then just go through each one quickly. So I'll start out with this first. So this is Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. This is actually my favorite Crash Bandicoot game. I got this for Christmas in '97. This is actually my second copy, as you can see here. I bought this from my second copy from Play and Trade for $5, as you can see, back in 2009. I've had a lot of fun with this one. I think in the future I will be making a gameplay video Let's Play of this one. But yeah, my one friend from grade school, her and I would play this game whenever we would hang out at each other's houses. She was a friend of the family, so her and her parents were over a lot, and when they were, we would play this, and it was always a blast. Next, I got Final Fantasy IX here. I bought this back in 2017. I don't know if I had the receipt. I probably do. Don't want to do that again with compared to the other videos. Just show the receipt. I can, but this one actually doesn't have it. But yeah, this one is my favorite Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. That's the numerical ones. Not my favorite on the PlayStation overall, but I'll show you what I mean momentarily. But this is a great title. I'm glad that it's getting the love it deserves with the remasters and the re-releases. I think I heard a rumor that they're going to be making a brand new Final Fantasy 9, similar to what they did with Final Fantasy 7 Intergrade and Remake, etc. I don't know. I have to look into that, so don't quote me. Next, we have Spec Ops Covert Assault. I've never actually played this. This is actually my brother-in-law's copy. He was getting rid of some games, and I decided to just take it off his hands, and one of these days I'll get around to it, but I can't comment since I've never played it. So if anyone has, please let me know how it is. Tetris Plus, as you've seen, I made a Let's Play video about this. My pop-up and I played this game religiously. I know you've heard me talk about my pop-up quite a bit in the previous videos. So there were only a handful of titles that he played, but he played them to like the fullest extent and unlocked everything. This was one of them. SimCity for Super Nintendo, Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and what else would he play? Well, it'll come to me, but I'll let you know. But anyway, I love playing this game around Christmas time in the winter, because I got this. This was actually my sister's game, but my papa and I played it the most. I think she got it in Christmas of 2000. But this is our second copy, I think. But highly recommended title. I think I'm going to make some more Let's Plays on this one with the other levels in the near future. But that's a good one. Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I've never played it. I got this at a thrift store. Put it on the shelf just for decorative purposes and out of my collection. My one friend loves the Oddworld games. I know he likes this one, but I don't think it's his favorite. I've actually only played and beat one of the Oddworld games, and that was Munch's Odyssey, which I've heard is actually quote-unquote the worst out of all of them, even though I found it to be pretty damn fun. So if I'm told that it's not the best. I should probably play this one and the other ones. So moving on, I'm going to grab a handful more. Championship Bass. I got this at Play and Trade for next to nothing. I think I only played it once. I'm not really into fishing, but wanted to add to the collection. So, and it's a bass. WWF SmackDown. Now, this game is awesome. It's my favorite one for the PlayStation 1. I grew up as a huge wrestling fan back in the late 90s during the Attitude Era. So when we got games, my brother and I as a kid, like for Christmas, like WWF Warzone and WWF Attitude, we just thought they were kind of eh. And then this game came out in March of 2000. At least that's when we bought it from Toys R Us. And we had birthday money, and we put our money together to buy it. And we had a lot of fun with it. Granted, it is not my favorite SmackDown game. My favorite is probably Here Comes the Pain for PS2. But this is a really great entry title. Definitely my favorite out of the 64 and 32-bit era. Kind of a funny story. So not long after my brother and I bought this game with our birthday money, we took it home and we played it. My dad came down to the basement we were playing. He was watching us. He's like, oh yeah, my coworker was just talking about this game. He really wanted to play it. And I'm like, oh, cool. So the next day he actually took this game to work and let his coworker borrow it without even telling us. We came home and we're like, where's the game? He's like, oh, I let my coworker borrow it. We're like, what the heck? No. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, highly recommend if to anyone who's looking for a really good PS1 wrestling game. You don't know Jack. This is my second copy. We had this game when we were kids. My dad bought it. I don't know why. I don't know why, but we had it. He bought it, which is weird because he's not a gamer, and we would often find ourselves playing it from time to time, but it's an okay party game. Obviously, I liked it enough to buy it again, and it was really cheap, but anywho. So Final Fantasy Anthology, this is my wife's. I bought this for her as a gift. This comes with Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI. Also comes with the OST for each game. We were playing Final Fantasy VI. Hi, Spicy. That's my cat, Spicy. We were playing Final Fantasy VI, but we paused since we are in... God, where were we? We were in like the Maze Tower or something, and we kind of got stuck, so we'll get back to it, but it's fun. Next, Cardinal Sin. This is just a fighter. It's whatever. I didn't really care for it. I got this at Game Junkie, the store that's near my house. But, yeah, not much to say. Get this out of the way. Soul Blade. I can't remember when I bought this. I think I might have gotten it on eBay. But I believe this is the precursor to Soul Calibur. I know, obviously, there is a Soul Calibur game. I mean, there's Soul Blade and there's Soul Calibur. Made by Namco. Very similar to Tekken, but with weapons. Not bad. WWF In Your House. This plays a lot like the WWF WrestleMania arcade games. So it came out in 96, so this is definitely part of the new generation era of wrestlers like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. Do they Razor Ramon? No, they don't. Okay, so this one changed it up a little bit, but yep, same premise. Bloody Roar 2, I've played this on a demo that I got from the PlayStation Magazine when they still made those. It was the July 1999 edition, and you only could play one stage, and you only could play with either Long the Tiger or Stun the Insect, and I would always play with Long the Tiger, and I liked it so much that I ended up getting it years and years and years later. But no, this is a fun one. Definitely a fun one. And then next here we have Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. This is also a great PlayStation 1 title game. I like it almost as much as 2. 2 is my all-time favorite, but this is a great follow-up. Alright, so let's do a few more. So, Galarians, this is also my wife's. I got this for her as a gift. I've never played it, so I can't comment on it. I don't really know too much about it. She showed me a little bit of the game, but I don't really remember it. But I'll give it a chance one day. It does look kind of cool. Next is Cool Borders 2. So this is my favorite Cool Borders. I originally played this on a demo. I want to say back in 98 or 99. When did this game come out? Oh, 97. All right, so I played that back in probably 98 if I had to guess. I got this at Too Many Games last year. Still holds up. It's a fun game. Really enjoy it if you like snowboarding. Even if you don't like snowboarding, it's a fun one. I highly recommend. Final Fantasy VIII. I got this, I want to say back in 2013. Not a whole lot to say. I did beat it, but I didn't... No, I lied. I got this in 2011. Yes. Anyway, I did not care for it. I did finish it, like I said, but something about the junctioning system was so confusing. I'm sure if you do everything correctly, you can make your characters and fighters really overpowered, but it was too confusing for me, and I didn't really care for it. But Final Fantasy VII. So my cousin gave this to me. He had an extra copy. He just gave it to me. I've never actually played funnily enough, crazy enough, ironic enough, whatever you may say it. Never played Final Fantasy VII. I've beaten the PS4. They're the remake for PS4, but and I've beaten a whole bunch of other Final Fantasies, but everyone says obviously this is the GOAT. And I don't know. I haven't played it yet. Weirdly enough, I have a feeling that when I do play it, I'm just gonna guess and anticipate that I will enjoy it, but I won't think it's the best one due to the overhype. But I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. Inuyasha, A Feudal Fairy Tale. This is my wife's copy. She loves Inuyasha. Probably the biggest Inuyasha fan I've ever met. Yeah, it's a fighter. We've played this from time to time. It's one of her favorites. She had this. I mean, this is the copy that she had when she was a kid. And yeah, not really much to say. 2D fighter. All right, a few more. All right, so Geomcube. I can't remember where I got this. Maybe it was Game Junkie. I think it was. I don't remember, but I've actually never played it. I bought it at least a decade ago. Haven't even touched it. Back in the pile. Einhander. I love this game. Never beat it. It is incredibly hard at times. But I first played it on a PlayStation 1 demo. And I picked it up in 2014. There's a stand selling it at a flea market for $20. $20. He didn't know what he had, because at the time it was around like 80. Now I think it's like over 200. So, Einhander for 20 bucks. Intelligent Cube, this is another one that I played on a demo. Ended up buying it years later. This is a fun puzzle game. It's unique, it's different. Yeah, check it out. Tamba. I first played this on a Toys R Us demo that I got back in 1998. And this game is really, really fun. Interesting platformer. I haven't played 2. Actually, that's a lie. I played a little bit of 2, but I've never beaten it. I've beaten Tamba, though. This is a lot of fun. I know Limited Run re-released it for the newer consoles. It's a game I definitely recommend. Contender 2, I got really cheap. I may have gotten it at a play and trade when they were still open. But my cousin, when we were kids growing up, he had Contender 1 that we would play. But that was the extent of my involvement or gameplay with this game. Never played 2. I bought it for next to nothing and just kind of threw it on the shelf. Should probably play it. You're going to hear that a lot, where I would buy something that's really cheap and just put it on the shelf, and then I've never gotten around to it. But now, Tekken 2. So for those that who know me, this game means so much to me. I first played Tekken 2 in the arcade as a kid at the mall in 1996. My mom was there shopping or something, and she ended up taking us to the arcade. I don't really remember why we were there, but I first came across this, and I saw the demo track for, I think it was Law versus Jack 2, and I was like, what is this game? Because I was at the time I was like 6, and I was a really big Virtua Fighter 1 and 2 fan, and I saw this, I'm like, oh, looks really cool, looks like Virtua Fighter. And played it, instantly hooked. Probably about a year later. I know I was doing karate at the time, so when I got my black belt, this was around June of 1997. My dad took me to Toys R Us, and he said, all right, because you got your black belt, we're gonna get you a PlayStation, and then we will also, you can get any game you want. And I was like, oh, neat. So I'm looking at the kiosk or the glass case of all the games, and they had Tekken 1 and Tekken 2. And I went with Tekken 2 because of my experience with it and how much fun I had with it in the arcade. And it was kind of funny. My dad's like, oh, don't you want 1? Tekken 1? That way you can know what the story is and all that. And I was like, nope, I want 2. I want it. I think, he probably said that for the story, but at the same time, he probably wanted to spend a little bit less money, because I'm almost positive at the time 1 was cheaper than 2, since it was out for like a year or 2 at the time. But, anywho, I remember we came home. He hooked it up for me because I was 7. I didn't know how to do that kind of stuff, even though it's so simple today. But anywho, and we played it. And I remember after we were done, we watched TV, and I was drinking Sips iced tea. If anyone remembers that. I don't know if they still make that, but yeah, I to this day, I still play it. This is my 3rd copy. The other 2 stopped working because I didn't take care of them, and I played them too much. But, yep, this game is very meaningful. All right, a little bit more. I'm going to start knocking these out now, since we're getting to almost to the 20-minute mark. So Mega Man 8, played a little bit of this. I got this at Too Many Games. I prefer the X series over the, regular Mega Man series, but these ones are fun. This one was okay. I think I might like the Saturn version better. I couldn't tell you why, but both are fun. Frogger, I got this, I think, for my 10th birthday. A friend of mine gave it to me as a gift. This is my 2nd copy. It's a fun one. Nothing beats the original, but I thought it was cool that they turned it into kind of like a sort of like a platformer-esque game. Soul of the Samurai. This is a fantastic game. For those who have played Onimusha, it's very similar, except this game came out prior. Konami was killing it with this game. I think I will probably do a Let's Play video in the future because I love this game so much. First time I played it was on a demo from the PlayStation Magazine, the July 99 edition, and thought it was great. The music kicks ass too, so highly recommend. Like I said, I probably will do a Let's Play video in the future, but moving on, Eargites, God Bless the Ring. This is a unique fighter. It's kind of like an arena fighter. Sort of reminds me a little bit of Power Stone, just the way how the fighting takes place, but I haven't played it in years. I don't think there are any weapons. I can't really remember, but I will probably do a... oh, that's my Super Mario flower talking. Rudely interrupted. Where was I? Oh, I think I'm going to do a Let's Play video on this one too. This is unique. It was kind of like a Well, I know it's obviously a Squaresoft game, but this is Ken Mishima. And I don't know if Namco had any part in this. Probably not. Anywho, unique game. I will probably make a video on that someday. Mary Kate and Ashley Crush Course. So this is my sister's game. She got this for Christmas years ago. I kept it. Her and I would actually play this when we were kids. There were a handful of games that we would play as growing up together. And this was one of them. It's kind of like a funny guilty pleasure game. Like, the concept is so dumb. Like, if I remember correctly, I think they have a crush, and there was a note that the crush wrote to them or something, and it got like torn up somehow, and they have to find it throughout the school and do like mini games and stuff, and they've got to put the note together to see what the note says. I think that's the premise. I don't even remember. It's so stupid, but it's fun. It's silly. Okay, yeah. Missing pieces of Secret Mariner's torn. All right, so I was like, wow, can't believe I remember that. But yeah, moving on. So, Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. I only played this twice. Once as a kid. My buddy in grade school at the time had it. I think for... did he have this Genesis... Or not the Genesis. Did he have the Dreamcast version? I don't really remember. But I bought it maybe 10 to 12 years ago. And my other friend and I tried playing it because we love playing co-op games together. And this game is actually kind of friggin' hard. So... never got around to playing it again, but maybe one day we'll see. Next is 2 Extreme. This was one of the first PlayStation 1 games that I've played. I played it on the PlayStation Interactive CD. It was like a demo that came with my PlayStation 1. I think it came with like all PlayStation 1s in late 90s during a certain time that had like 10 games you could play on it. This was one of them. Really, really cool. Definitely captured the mid-90s feel of motorsports and snowboarding and rollerblading, etc. So it's cool. And then Cool Borders 3, I think I got this at Plane Trade, or not Plane Trade, Chimney Games as well. This one's fun. Nice snowboarding game. Oh, no. I'll fix that later. I did like Cool Borders 2 more since I grew up with it, but this one's cool too. When did this come out? 99? When did this come out? Why can't I see it? Am I blind? 98. Okay. Alright. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Alright. Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. I had this game... I think I got this for my birthday when I was 10. My one friend in grade school, the one who had Jedi Power Battles, got this for me because for some weird reason he got me into the Dukes of Hazzard. We watched it on TNN like after school sometimes when we would visit each other's houses. And I don't know why, because I don't really like the show. I went back and I'm like, why did I ever like this? The game's fine though. It's decent. Haven't played it in years. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, in my opinion, the best Tony Hawk game there is. I had so much fun with this. My aunt got this for my brother and I at Christmas of 99, I want to say, or 2000. No, Christmas of 2000, because that's when this game came out. We had a blast with it. I still play this to this day. Like, I know they remade it. They remade it in HD, which it was okay, but I love this. It's a blast. MLB 2000, I played this on the same demo from July 99 PlayStation Magazine. I really liked this game when I was a kid, so I ended up buying it since it was really cheap. Still played it a handful of times, but overall, not a bad game. Blast Chamber, I think this was also on that interactive CD that PlayStation bundled with their console from at certain times. This was fun. It was kind of like a battle royale type game. I haven't played it in years though, but I remember liking it. Star Wars Masters of Terras Kasi. I remember playing this on another demo, and the game was not good, and I couldn't remember when I was a kid what this game was. So I just remember Googling it like later on in life, and just reminded myself, wow, this game was bad. But I had to add it to my collection just because I grew up with it. Tiny Toon Adventures, The Great Beanstalk. I remember renting this from Hollywood Video at the time and thought it was pretty easy, yet surprisingly fun. I found it. I don't remember where I got it, but it was really, really cheap and decided to add it to my collection. So, yeah. Next, Jersey Devil, another demo game that I played that I ended up buying. My friend and I tried playing this like about 12 years ago, and while we both had it on the demo and played it as kids, we tried playing it again as adults, and we didn't like it. And I was very surprised because I remember loving it as a kid. I'm like, this game is not very fun. Very hard, too. Rampage World Tour, my friend, the same friend, and I, we beat this on the N64, but I found a cheap copy, decided to add to the collection. This one's a fun game. You just go around destroying things, rack up points. Midway makes some pretty great titles. So, recommend that one. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I know everyone loves this game. I did enjoy it myself. It's not my favorite Castlevania, nor is it my favorite Metroidvania game, but it is highly, highly influential, and for its time, I think it's for its time, it definitely is a fantastic game. I still enjoy it to this day. Not my favorite, but still really, really, really good, and I still highly recommend playing. Alucard. NHL 2001, as mentioned in my PlayStation 2 video, this was the copy that I had as a kid. This is actually my second copy. Ended up buying it again after getting the PlayStation 2 version because in the PlayStation 2 version they added a feature where if you slap shot against the goalie falls down if you hit it hard enough. And it gives you or your opponent an opportunity to score, and it kind of ruined the game for me, so I ended up getting the PS1 version again and playing that, but I really enjoyed this one. I don't know if I have NHL 98 complete, but I'll... Oh, I do. Okay. All right. We'll get to that in a second. All right. So NHL Face-Off 98. I got this really cheap at Play and Trade. Add to the collection. Played this on a demo as well. It's a fun one, but I like the mainline EA Sports NHL games over the... who made this? Do I want to say 989? No. Killer Game? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, John LeClaire on the cover. I actually had the privilege of playing with him on the ice 3 years ago, so really neat, along with Eric and Joss. NHL 98, this was my brother's game. He got this not long after we got our PlayStation 1. We played the heck out of this as kids. This is my favorite NHL game on the PlayStation. Yeah, we put countless hours into it. And NHL Face-Off, same thing. Got this at Play and Trade for really cheap. Played it a handful of times. Not a bad game by any means, but I prefer the mainline NHL games. Alright, guys. Home stretch. Almost done. So, let's see what battery I'm at, because I know I wasn't too... Alright, we got time. Alright. Pong. Got this for Christmas, I want to say in 99. Or did we get it at Toys R Us? I don't know. I can't remember. My memory's failing me. Anywho, my mom and I would play this game. My aunt would play it with us too. It's fun. It's a more modern version of Pong. You can play on like soccer fields. You can play on an ice rink. You can play in like an industrial setting. You go through different worlds. It's fun. Not a bad game. Next, Namco Museum Volume 3. Yeah, like I said in my other video, I did the Let's Play. I got this back in the spring of 2001 at the mall at EB Games. Had a lot of fun with this growing up. I think it's my favorite of the Namco 1 and 3 games that I only have, and I'll get into one right now. As mentioned, got this for Christmas in 2000, I think I said. This was another fantastic game. Yeah, I won't bore you with the details because you've seen my Let's Play video. Space Jam, I did not have this as a kid. My brother told me about it not that long ago because he and his one friend at the time, whenever they would hang out at his house, he had this game. And he told me it was a lot like NBA Jam, so I bought it pretty cheap. And my brother and I played it from time to time, and it is. It's actually a fun game. Wild 9, I only played this once. This was kind of like a unique platformer type game. I got this from my one friend, but only played it once. I should get back into it because it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it when I did play. Pipe Dreams 3D, I got this at a thrift store. If it's anything like Pipe Dream for the NES, I am going to suck at it. Never played it. Put on the shelf. Story of my life. Tecmo Stackers, I got at Game Junkie. I played this a little bit. It's okay. It reminds me a lot of kind of like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and Kirby's Avalanche, sort of like that, but yeah, not a whole lot to say. Simpsons Pro Wrestling, got it at a thrift store. I know this game is not good at all, and I know that Flanders is the broken character in the game. I will maybe play it one day, but yeah, like I said, got it at a thrift store for next to nothing. Put on the shelf. Same with Project Overkill. Never played it. Got it at the thrift store. Put on the shelf. I don't know what it's like at all. It's made by Konami, so it's probably really good. They kicked ass in the 90s. So when did this come out? 97? 96, okay. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Crash Bash. I got this at Plane Trade. This is, for those who are unaware, this is very similar to like Mario Party, but PlayStation's version with their mascot. Played it a couple times. It's fun. Decent game. Parappa the Rapper. I loved this game as a kid. I had on the demo, and then my one buddy, he actually had it, and then I ended up getting it for Christmas since I wanted it in 2011. Before that, I would just emulate it, but to this day, it's fun. It's a goofy game. I remember playing it back in like 97. My cousin had it, and it just the bathroom level we thought was hysterical when we were kids. Just shows how immature we as children are. And then my favorite Final Fantasy ever, not even on the PlayStation, but ever, is Final Fantasy Tactics. I put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game. I ended up getting the Ivalice Chronicles for PS5. I really liked the remastered game of that. That was a lot of fun. I got all the trophies. But this and Tekken 2 are like so meaningful. And just to throw it in there, I have a Japanese copy of Tekken 2 and the Japanese copy of Tekken 3. I can't play them because I don't have a Japanese PS1. But right now, I have a couple of other boxed games that we'll just go over real quick. And then I will show you the games that I have in the CD case that are not complete. So, real quick, we got the long box Tekken 1. This is actually my second copy. I didn't have this game as a kid. It's so weird. I had Tekken 2 growing up, as I mentioned earlier in the video, but I always wanted to play Tekken 1 because I was so infatuated by Tekken in general, but I've never played Tekken 1 prior to getting and playing Tekken 2, like ever. And I remember seeing an arcade cabinet at like a rest stop, like off the highway, when we were coming back from Virginia as a family and wanting to play it, and never got around to it because my parents were in a hurry and we had to get back on the road. And I remember wanting to rent it from Hollywood Video and Blockbuster when we would go there at the time when we were kids and they were open. And I remember renting it, and the guy must have put in Tekken 2 because I haven't played it. I was like, wow, this is wild. It's like I wasn't allowed to play Tekken. You know, you go to rent it, and I'm gonna put in Tekken 2, the game that you already have. But anywho, where was I going with this? So, and when I was 13, I ended up getting it, but it was the greatest hits regular jewel case version, and I remember playing it and be like, yeah, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's no Tekken 2. It's not as good as Tekken 2, but you know, I can see why I wanted to play it so badly. And you know, it was during that time too where I would just trade in everything, so I eventually traded that in. But I ended up getting this copy off of eBay back in 2011, my second copy, and added it to the collection. And I probably will make a Let's Play video going over every character at some point. Anyway, a little bit of an Easter egg, if you want to even call it that. You see here with Dragon doing a backflip on Jack. Kind of a fun fact, that was Law's name before they released Tekken. He was going to be named Law the Dragon, and you know the misprint right there. And when you select Law, the announcer goes Law, he's supposed to say Law the Dragon, but he sounds awkward with that cutout. But anywho, I digress. Second copy, long box. I know this version goes for quite a bit of money. But next, Battle Arena Toshinden. Sorry, got this at Game Junkie. It's an okay 3D fighter game. I didn't really care for it, but it is what it is. Return Fire. I got this at a thrift store, Goodwill. This one's fun. It's not bad. It's got the ridges. And then Primal Rage. I had the Super Nintendo version. I still do, actually. Growing up, and I really liked the PlayStation version. Aside from the loading times, the graphics were great. It basically mimicked the arcade graphics, which I thought were really, really good at the time, and to this day, they're not that bad. But I ended up getting the box later. I found the box pretty cheaply, but I bought the game. No, I got the game for Christmas in 2011, the PS1 version. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go through real quick the case that I have, and if there's anything else that we didn't go over, I will go over that. Hey, you're not allowed up there. Spicy. Spice. Spicy. Hi. Tekken we talked about. All right, so Tekken 3. This is another fantastic title. I have every Tekken. This is I think it's still my first copy. And not a whole lot to say, but fantastic game. We already talked about all these games, went over that. SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. I have to get the jewel case for this at some point. Not a bad sequel at all to the first one. Definitely a great PlayStation 1 wrestling game. Definitely recommend if anyone's looking to expand their library or play a fun PS1 wrestling title. Crash Bandicoot 1, another great title. Very, very hard game. I feel like 2 was a lot easier than 1, but had a lot of fun with that growing up too. Played it on a demo and then eventually got it down the road later in life, but not a bad game. Space Invaders. Now this is another one I have to get the jewel case for, but we got this for Christmas, and my aunt and I would always play this game, as would my mom and I. And I think I would like to do a Let's Play video of us playing it, because it is a co-op game. Highly recommend it. It's fun. Alright, got all of them there. I think that might be it shortly. So Tetris Plus, Jersey Devil, Championship Bass, nothing there. Bloody Roar, Final Fantasy. I should honestly just put all these back in the jewel case. So this was the interactive disc, sampler disc that I was telling you guys about. This was bundled with the Sony PlayStation probably around 96, 97. And it had a lot of fun demos on it. Oh, check it out. There you can actually... Shrek Treasure Hunt. This was my sister's. Jeez, I haven't played this game in over 25 years. I remember not liking it as a kid, but I still have it, so I don't know. NFL Blitz 2001. That's a really fun game. It's Blitz. Anything goes. Fighting Force, another fantastic co-op beat-em-up game. I think I might make a Let's Play video about that in the future. We'll see. That's a great one, though. Fighting Force 2 sucked. Completely avoid that. And then the NHL Face-Off games and Tony Hawk, which still has the Blockbuster sticker on it. Wow. Disc Shield, I love it. So, I appreciate everyone staying throughout the whole 40-plus minutes of this video. This is the PlayStation 1 Classic that I got back in 2019. And then this is the PlayStation 1 box. It's not my original, but I got it for next to nothing. Check out the back. It's cool that they made it very similar. Anyway, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. I have some more ideas of videos in the future, so please stay tuned. Spicy! Spice! Spicy! Oh. She's blapping. Spicy! Spicy! She's blapping. Well, thank you again, everyone, and I will see you in the future, in the very near future. Like I said, I have some ideas that I hope you will like, and I will be in touch. Take care, and God bless.